Good evening, everyone. My name is Natalie Grayson, and I would like to welcome you to Berwick Alternative K-8. I am the principal of this great school, and I'm honored to be able to host the Honors and Recognition program this evening. We are the home of the Bulldogs and the so far undefeated basketball teams, middle school. Had to give a little shout out. Our motto is, we learn, we achieve, we lead. We are a STEAM-focused school where all who enter are valued, engaged, challenged, and inspired to be lifelong learners, high achievers, and socially responsible global leaders. All who enter certainly includes all of you, and we are hoping that when you leave today, you will be inspired to achieve great things. I would like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Good, and the leadership team for choosing Berwick to host this spectacular event. Can you help me thank them this evening? What an honor. I'd also like to give a special thanks to my assistant principal, Mr. Scott Thorne, and our head custodian, Mr. John Jackson, for helping beautify Berwick for you this evening. And I'm especially delighted to thank our 8th grade greeters who were there to welcome you as you walked through the door, Joshua Moore, Kyle Lamb, and Mallory Barnes. Can you help me thank them? At this time, I would like to invite to the stage our 5th grade leaders, Myasia Adams, Iman Brown Adams, Jaden Milligan, and Harrison Warren, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, 5th grade leaders. Can we give them a hand? What a wonderful privilege. Great job. At this time, I would like to welcome to the stage a 6th grade young lady who is going to sing a beautiful song for you that will help keep you inspired this evening. Please welcome Isabella Gresham.
I used to bite my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and make a mess. So I said quietly and never breathed politely. I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point, but I said nothing. So I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. Like shake the ground. Yeah.
Beautiful name with a beautiful voice. Another hand for Isabella to bring Katy Perry to us. Very nice. Thank you, Principal Grayson, for your thoughtful words and for hosting us this evening at beautiful Berwick Alternative K-8. I also thank you for sharing the wonderful talents of your students through their service as hosts and greeters and through their leadership and talent. As your students were leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance, I was thinking about the sacrifices that are made by each of us to make sure that our youth have a chance to succeed and to give back to the communities in which they live. Especially during the holiday season, which surrounds us with an opportunity to say thanks to friends and family members who make sacrifices every day. This event provides the opportunity for our district to recognize and say a special thank you to students, to staff, to the community members who are making a major difference in the lives of others. For this season's Honors and Recognition event, I am delighted to share the stage with the governance of Columbus City Schools, the Board of Education, beginning to my well, I guess it's kind of to my right, with Board Member Mary Jo Hudson. If you'd stand when I say your name. Board Member Mary Jo Hudson, Board Member Dominic Peretti, Board Member Vice President Brian Stewart, Board Member Michael Cole, Board Member W. Shauna Gibbs, and our President of our Board, Gary L. Baker II, who will continue the evening with the program.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's never fun to follow a student who can sing like that, but I'll do my best. The holiday season is probably my favorite time of the year, and typically this is the time of the year when friends and family come together to share their appreciation for one another. To each of the recipients today, as well as the families and friends who support and may have even nominated them, the Columbus City Schools Board of Education says thank you. Through this recognition event, we hope to promote student achievement in and out of the classroom, while recognizing team spirit and the far-reaching impact of parental and community support. We especially want to acknowledge those partnerships and relationships with individuals and organizations that help us to achieve excellence. As we begin, several of my colleagues will help to announce award recipients and provide a brief description of the reason for each nomination. As their names are called, we would like for them to join us on stage to receive a certificate of excellence, to shake our hands, and to pose for a photograph. At the conclusion of our celebration, we invite families and friends of the recipients to enjoy some of the refreshments in the back in honor of these outstanding awardees. As board members, we're focused on student achievement. So we get excited when our students do well in school. We also get excited when our students excel outside of the classroom and perform extraordinary acts of citizenship and leadership as demonstrated by the following honorees. He says they accidentally turned my microphone off, but I'm not sure. It was an accident. At any rate, at this time, allow me please to introduce Board Member Mary Jo Hudson, who will help us showcase our student honorees. Ms. Hudson?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thank you, President Baker. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for coming this evening. At this time, I'd like to invite Mimi Dane and Chief Carrie Ellis to come on, join me up on the stage. Well, I'll tell you a little bit about the first students we'd like to recognize. A few weeks ago, I received a message from Mimi stating that there were 3 young students from Ridgeview Middle School who'd responded to her husband who was experiencing a medical emergency. And they proactively provided assistance to him, and he had serious issue, and they were extremely helpful in making sure he got the medical attention he needed. Today, we're joined here by Mimi as well as Assistant Chief Carrie Ellis to salute these 3 courageous Samaritans. If these students could come up, Jose Pedroza, Matthew Bavaw, and Tyler Duncan. Are the students here today? Well, here we come. Let's hear it for them. Quick photo. Okay. I'd like to, if we could for just a second, I'd like to invite Mimi and Chief Ellis to say a few words and ask our students if you would just remain here on the stage for a minute.
Thank you. It is an amazing pleasure for me to stand here this evening to thank these young men. A little over 2 weeks ago, my husband fell as he was retrieving the newspaper. He has a serious heart condition, and he lay part in the house and part out of the house. We're not sure for exactly how long, but these two boys heard his calls as he lay part in our house on a very cold Friday and part outside of the house. They heard him calling for help. They went to help him and are well trained by both Columbus Public Schools and their parents. So my husband said, please help me get up. I must get up. And while he had been laying there, his defibrillator, which is his heart regulator, had gone off 15 times. So it shocked his heart 15 times. These boys had the presence, these young men had the presence to say, sir, we would love to help you, but we've been taught and taught very carefully not to touch you because we could make it worse. So we're going to call the squad, but we'll stay with you until the squad comes. And they did. And because of their bravery, my husband is alive this evening. I was in Chicago. I was not scheduled to be home for 2 more days. I was crossing off a bucket list to see Stevie Wonder in Chicago. Needless to say, I did not stay for that concert. I came immediately home and tracked both of these young men down to say thank you. So they are true heroes.
Well, thank you for being invited here tonight. When I heard the story, I was just amazed. It's quite an honor when you have the ability, as I do tonight, to be able to stand here and present these young men with a certificate that recognizes something that a lot of people wouldn't do or are not capable of doing. It's not hard at all to look at the news or the front page of the paper and see young people that are not doing good things. And for these young men to do what they did, to stay there and wait for the medic to get there, I talked to the medics personally, and they said that he was in very bad shape. And indeed, they probably did save his life by calling 911 and being there and being supportive until the medics arrived. So on behalf of Fire Chief Greg Paxton, I have certificates to present to them. It says, each one of their name is on here, and it says, who provided proactive assistance to aid an elderly citizen. His assistants, along with police and fire personnel, have been credited to possibly saving the life of the victim, and it's signed by the fire chief. So it's my honor to be able to present these to you. Matthew?
So let's hear it again for these. A couple more. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much for everyone recognizing Matthew, Tyler, and we recognize Jose as well. We're sorry he could not be here this evening. We'll make sure he gets the certificates. There must be a theme of compassion going on at Ridgeview Middle School, for these next honorees are 4 leaders in the National Junior Honor Society who spearheaded a cancer awareness fundraiser. And they contributed over $1,000 to the cause. This is really amazing, and they blew away their goal, which was originally $200. At this time, I'd like to ask the Ridgeview Middle School school counselor, Julie Thomas, teacher Trevor Casto, to come join me on the stage. Oh, here, right here is Julie.
And I'd like to ask the following students to join us as well. Sean Jacobson, who's the president, Nicholas Hinkle, vice president, Zacchaeus Sneed, secretary, and Noah Schulte, treasurer. Are the students? The students were not able to be here this evening. We also would like to recognize Trevor Casto, their teacher, who is very compassionate about the cause of fighting cancer and challenged the class to contribute as much as they could, and then he said he would match that amount. So would you like to say a word about everyone? Thank you.
Wasn't expecting that. Hello, thank you for having us here this evening. Ridgeview Middle School's National Junior Honor Society does a lot of service. In fact, we do a service project every month. And in October, we did hold a breast cancer awareness donation campaign. All of our ideas come from our students. So students thought of the idea, set a goal of collecting $200 for the Stephanie Spielman Fund. And for every student that donated money, we made a little banner for their locker. And we collected over $1,000. More than half of our school participated. So we had a little over 300 students participate. It was fabulous. And Trevor Casto, one of our teachers, who's unfortunately his wife passed away from breast cancer, had a special place in his heart. And he promised his homeroom that he would match all of their donations, which was in excess of $175. So it wasn't National Junior Honor Society, it wasn't one person, it was our entire school community, which is Ridgeview Middle School.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yes. And finally, we're so fortunate to witness the heroes that have that walk in small shoes as well. Just last week, you may have heard that young 9-year-old Columbus City School student Malachi Peoples, who utilized the training he received in school to rescue his mother from their burning home one early morning. We are very proud of what Malachi did. We wish to keep he and his family in our thoughts and prayers as they endure the loss of their grandmother who could not be saved. Malachi's not here this evening, but please keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And now it's my pleasure to turn the podium over to my colleague, board member Michael Cole. Thank you.
Good evening, families. No. Good evening, families. This is a wonderful occasion. It gives me much pleasure to introduce our next student who's being honored for his outstanding efforts in and outside of the classroom. He's an exemplary leader who has consistently maintained a high level of performance throughout his academic and athletic career at Walnut Ridge High School. It gives us great pleasure to recognize Jacob Schufert IV. Like Jacob, and come on up here, young man. He's just taking his time. He's real cool, you know. He's at that age where they're just cool. Like Jacob, many other students in Columbus City Schools have worked hard to manage their time in order to accommodate the demands of schoolwork, responsibilities at home, social engagements, extracurricular activities, hobbies, internships, and sometimes employment obligations. Somehow, these young men and women are able to manage all of these challenges and do it with excellence and distinction. Excellence and distinction, hard work, attention to detail, and consistent follow-through, distinction, performance at your highest level at all times. That's an honorable thing, young man. Thank you. Such students excel to achieve great accomplishments while performing along with teammates or while competing alone. As the fall sports have wrapped up and the winter sports are underway, the following groups of young student athletes have already performed or outperformed their peers and have been distinguished as the top 10, the top teams in Columbus City Schools. At this time, we will recognize the Columbus City Schools Columbus City Championship teams in the fall sports. Now, since some of the scholar athletes, and that is again, scholar athletes, these folks have been exemplary in their performance both in the class and out, are now involved in winter sports and may have either game or practice obligations this evening. So we apologize for them not being here, but they're working hard for us, right? We will ask each team coach and the team members who are able to join us to come forward. Would you? Anyone? Bueller? Come on up, gentlemen. Don't be shy. I love the fall season, but I would rather take a nice jog, or better yet, a quiet walk through the woods, than to have to run in competition over hills, trails, and fields like the following students. The champions in girls cross country is a team from Centennial High School, who is coached by Rhonda Reese. The team is made up of the following participants: Ayanna Howard, Alexis Vance Townsend, Annalisa Bignami, Claire Curran, Cynthia Mullins, Isabel Deaver, Jalea Fair Harris, Kate Ryan, Lauren Reisman, Pruva Hassan, Shannon Branch, Shelby Tour, Sophia Richards. Please give them a big hand. The champions in boys cross country is a team from Whetstone High School, coached by Joe Monda. The team is made up of the following participants: Clayton Peacock, Drew Netterveld, Ike Boating, Kelton Vaith, Mandy Schumacher, Matthew Hausman, Nick Hall, and Owen Oosterling. Please give them a round of applause. Also, Sam Green, Lauber, and Sam Corey. So give them a round of applause. Okay. And Jacob Shuford, please. When I think of serving, especially at this time of the year, I'm imagining second helpings of a holiday meal. I can't imagine how many times the following athletes have had to serve up second helpings of aces and backhands to win the Title Girls City League tennis championship. The Whetstone High School tennis team, coached by Bucky Walters, is made up of the following members: Ariel Swinehart, Atiana Adams, Ava McCargish, Brenna O'Sullivan, Hannah Reezy, Lily Morris, Maggie Prosser, Maria Cow, or Chow, that might be Chow, Sophia Reezy, again, and Vivia Smith. Please join me in a round of applause for these young ladies that have most certainly made their school and Columbus City schools so very proud. You know, as mentioned before, so many of our students juggle so many things in a day. It's amazing. I remember being their age and I didn't have all that much to do, and I was involved in a lot of different things, but it just seems like we just didn't have such big schedules. But these young people just juggle so much in one day to be successful. So certainly in soccer, we want to make sure that this is a sport that is acknowledged for its challenges to many of our students, especially since you can't use your hands, and it's very difficult to be in a sport where you can't use your hands. Columbus City Schools recognizes our girls soccer champion, all right, from Whetstone High School. The team is coached by Carrie Nixon. The team members are Bailey Waitkus, Callie Umbarger, Cecilia Bolgren, Eden Hagan, Elena Sanders, Emily Morrison, Hannah Davey, Haley Thomas Spiegel, Jamie Bosenbroek, Julia Alwine, Lauren Taylor, Marty Doherty, Maya Scanlon Kimura, Olivia Brown, Rita Nassel, Sabrina Vedovato, I like that last name, Vedovato, That's like Portuguese or something, it sounds like it. Srijana Odari, Sydney Carroll, Tishka Miselis, and Tovi Nederveld. So let's give again these students a round of applause. Forgive me for messing up their names. It gives me a great honor to introduce my board vice president in the person of Mr. Brian O. Stewart. Please, come on up.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. All right, this is a wonderful occasion. This year's City League champions in boys soccer is Beechcroft High School. This team is coached, and this outstanding team is coached by its coach, Shane Huey. Is Shane here? Coach Huey? Come on up, Coach. Let's give him a round of applause. And Coach, you know which team members you have here. I'd like you to just introduce your team members who are here.
Sure, yeah. Tonight with me we have senior Daniel Bischoff, junior Peter Darko, and senior Stephen Kumi.
Let's give these champions a round of applause. Excellent. Beechcroft High School was also the home of the boys football team who had a very, very successful season. In fact, their season was so successful that they were runners-up in the regional football playoffs in the state of Ohio. This team is coached by their coach, Trevor White. Coach White, if you would come up. And let's give Coach White a round of applause. And if you would, I'm Sean Harris. I'm in here. Are you Sean Harris? I'm an assistant coach. Wonderful. This is Coach Sean Harris, who is a part of the coaching staff for Beechcroft. And if you would, if you can announce some of your players that are here today.
Have one with me. This is Johannes Berhani, senior linebacker.
Wonderful. Congratulations, young man. All right. Congratulations, young men, and on all of these and all of the supporters of Beechcroft football program. This next group of athletes participate in a pastime that I enjoy, and that's golf. But often my golf game is not as good as theirs because I often find myself on a 4 to 5 hour treasure hunt for golf balls. And I'm certain these gentlemen don't have that problem. As a matter of fact, I'm certain that I wouldn't even make the cut with this year's Columbus City League golf champions, Whetstone High School. Whetstone High School is coached by Tom Phillip, who is Coach Phillip here today? Okay, and it looks like we have one of his star players that are here. And this is Quentin Treneau. Prano. Yeah. All right, Quentin Prano. Yeah. Let's give him a round of applause. Congratulations. Help me to congratulate Whetstone's high school golf team. Now it's with great pleasure that I'd like to introduce one of my colleagues, fellow school board member, W. Shauna Gibbs.
Good evening. One more time. Good evening. Yes, that's what I like to hear. So if you were on a basketball court, you will hear them say, "You've got game." But to our next team, they definitely have net. So it is my privilege and an honor to recognize one of our largest growing sports, but one that is very beloved to me and to girls all around the world, and that is the girls volleyball team. Our city champions this year come from Centennial High School, and they are coached by Mr. Brandon Pence. Is Brendan here? Okay, so they are probably way at Centennial working, but I would be honored to read the name of the team of their varsity city championship team. And they include Alyssa Dean, Dania Ford, Danielle Easley, Drew Ford, Emily Yoder Tyatt, Jada Briggs, Lily Flinders, Loyal Anna Hunter,
Marissa Robertson, Samantha Meaner, Sierra Hawkins, and Taryn Wells. Will you give that team a round of applause? Centennial High School's junior varsity volleyball team was also a City League champion, and that team was made of Alex Days, Andrea Wells, Emily Yoder-Tyatt, Fatima Manjaro, Giselle Rios, Aishaya Cooper, Jane Craddock, Christina Richardson, Lily Flinders, Lily McKibben, Macy Simpson, Sophia Cabanel, and Taryn Wells. Will you give that team a round of applause as well? And all of that wraps up all of our student recognition section. These are brilliant examples of the type of courageous, intelligent, and exciting young leaders that we have throughout the district. Please join us in another round of applause for both our student athletes, our amazing students that led us in the Pledge of Allegiance, my niece, Isabella Gresham, who sang Roar, and all of our students across the district that are doing an amazing job. Please give them a round of applause. It is now my privilege and an honor to introduce our quarterback for our team, our lead play caller, and someone who gets us on the field every day in academic achievement, our superintendent, Dr. Dan Good.
I was a center, I wasn't a quarterback, so I need to find out. Let me see where we are. Okay, I have the pleasure of acknowledging the contributions of excellence and professional achievements of several Columbus City Schools faculty and staff members. Collectively, their efforts impact the education of our students, but each and every individual that we will recognize this evening is a champion in their own discipline, and their efforts are both inspirational and noteworthy. And those of us that have chosen education as a career path are very, very passionate about changing lives, and occasionally we witness the occurrence where life-changing experiences happen in an instant rather than over the course of a year or two, and such is the case with the Innis Elementary staff member, James Smith, whose immediate response and administration of first aid saved the life of a choking student. James? He credits his heroics to the training that he received during professional development sessions. Really?
I'm sorry.
Do you credit your training to professional development?
I do.
Would you like to say something about that?
I'm good.
Okay. So the next line on here says, "Thank you for your quick thinking," and I think that's
There you go.
Your courage is noteworthy. We are very, very proud to honor you this evening, James.
Right.
Again, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. In a similar case, Annabelle Van Meter came to the assistance of a student at Colerain Elementary School and rescued a student there who was choking. Thank you, Annabelle, for your inalterable action. We are very, very proud to honor you this evening. Annabelle Van Meter. One more round of applause for Annabelle Van Meter. And on a similar note, you must think we have children choking everywhere. We be careful when you're, well, go ahead and be careless when you're eating this evening. We have lots of heroes in the room. So on a similar note, Christine Eiffel came to the aid of a choking student at Livingston Avenue Elementary School. Yay, Christina, come on down. She also credits the training she received from the district with allowing her to be prepared to take the necessary steps to assist a student in need. Thank you, Christina, for your swift action. Another round of applause to honor her. And sometimes that quick action and assistance to students doesn't always occur in the building. The following 2 Columbus City Schools employees came to the assistance of a student who was injured by debris flying from a vehicular accident while standing at a bus stop near the Columbus Scioto facility. So please welcome to the stage Kelly George and Joanna Elliott for their quick action and student support. Are they here? Not here. Well, we certainly are appreciative of them. But Queen Smith's here. So the civic and humanity lessons that are taught beyond the textbook are exemplified by Queen Smith, the instructional assistant, and by Vicki Muse, kindergarten teacher at Windsor Elementary, who took on the challenge to engage students in a lesson of both empathy and fundraising. They spearheaded a fundraiser with staff and students and raised $1,293.91 for the Pennies for Patients program that assists individuals stricken with leukemia. Congratulations, Queen and Vicki. Come on up. And our next recipient took on a similar project at Champion Middle School. I saw our principal coming in with her camera. Melissa St. Clair encouraged kids to donate wherever they could, whatever they could, in order to contribute to cancer awareness funding drive. And through her efforts, the students at Champion Middle School had a successful campaign and learned a valuable lesson in giving. Congratulations, Melissa, for your outstanding effort. What a great night. I love to see students recognized, but you know what? I love even more my colleagues, our faculty and staff being recognized. So, okay, and now I love more the students again. So when it comes to community service and engagement activities, the Eastmore Academy High School Impact Team is actually a regular at our Honors and Recognition because they're led by Bruce Green, the consummate Bruce Green, leader of the Impact Team at Eastmore Academy School. We are congratulating this evening for his group of team leaders, Ayobahi, yes, and Danielle Pirtle, Linda Ransom, Madeline Fandry, Mila Ayers, Oseaba, Terrell, and Tyrell, and of course Bruce Green. Let's give them a round of applause. I'm going to invite Bruce to say a few words.
I was just going to say these things never get old. I just keep reloading with such great kids. This last year we did over 60 projects, and I just love these kids, all the service that they give back to Columbus, and everybody in here would want my job if you got to go to school every day and be with these wonderful young people. Also, and their average grade point average, the people standing up here, probably about a 3.9.
Before we're excused, we wanted Dr. Good to be an honorary member of the Impact Team. And remember, he's a t-shirt. So.
We also made something for everybody, so please, we just got finished making 500 ornaments for everybody, and we just have to get one to the board, so. That's great.
That's Brian. Dominic Perez.
Give him an award for How about another round of applause for our Impact Team? So the most notable acknowledgement of success is when peers recognize one another for their professionalism and their integrity. The following individuals have been recognized by their peers for their outstanding efforts in the classroom or within the school building where excellence, ranging from the visionary STEM instruction and supporting other staff members to other enhanced learning pathways, has led to their being recognized. And let's see who's here this evening. Becky Hall, come on over from Gables Elementary. Congratulations. Yes, ma'am. You shake his hands here. And Kathy. Charlene McChesney from South High School. And are you? Katie McKeel from Colerain Elementary. Very good. And Lotta Mohan. Lotta? From Gables. And Lotta, I don't know where you're from. They were concerned I wouldn't be able to pronounce your name, but my sister-in-law's from the Fiji Islands, and her name is Lotta, so I knew it. There you go. Namaste. So, and Jody Morgan from Johnson Park Middle School's not here. Linda Sheehan from Shepherd's. Who are you? We're in the next group. I was going to say, you don't look like these. Okay. So 3 fellow employees in the purchase, oh, I know who you are. We had our picture taken. Thanks, okay. From the purchasing department have been recognized for their outstanding customer service and positive attitude in the workplace, and they really are. These are amazing individuals. It looks like only 2 of the 3 are here this evening. At this time, no, we're going to honor all 3. Mary Lou Cotter, Marie Sloan, and Petey Baird. I will tell you, these 3 women that we're recognizing at this point in time truly epitomize exemplary customer service. They're highly acknowledged across the district for how helpful and courteous they are. You really are a model. Thank you so much. And you're on my phone. All right. So one of the greatest compliments to the district is when a community agency appreciates our support of their efforts. Recently, the Franklin County Sheriff's Department conducted a tactical exercise in one of our facilities, and they acknowledged the support of our schools. The staff members that they wished that the Franklin County Sheriff's Department specifically wished to honor to recognize this evening include Ann Doran Lanzati, Kathy McNamee, and Bruce Bay. I think 2 of them are here. Ann and Bruce, very good. And before we continue with the staff, Jacob, I'm going to have you stand up one more time for a reason, because we wanted to make certain you didn't get lost in all of the academic awards, but I also wanted to note that you have a twin that's sitting on this side of the room. Would you stand up as well, please? Because both of these are seniors at Walnut Ridge High School, and again, they are exemplars for their peers and certainly make Dr. Walker proud there and make us proud as a district. So congratulations again. And my final introduction is another pleasurable one. I get to honor Dominic Peretti, board member, who will acknowledge some of our fantastic community partners. Mr. Peretti.
All right, thank you very much. And I will be getting to my spot. All right, well, the Columbus City Schools is greatly enhanced through its community partnerships. From corporate partners to community collaborations, the reach of services and support to students continues to expand. The district would like to thank the following individuals for their support through their PTA associations: Amy Harkins, Brenda Johnson, and the entire Clinton Elementary School PTA leadership. All right. Additionally, civic associations and community groups make a huge difference in the impact upon the schools. Robert Patterson of the Marion Franklin Civic Association has made a significant difference at Marion Franklin High School. Congratulations, Robert, for being recognized for your dedication and service. I didn't see it. That's who's here for Patterson's. Okay. Thank you. Okay, one of our biggest community partners over the years has been the Columbus Metropolitan Library, especially with regards to our recent literacy initiatives. CCS wishes to thank Patrick Lisinski, but Ms. Kathy Shabadagi is here with us tonight, thank you, Executive Director for the Metropolitan Library. Thank you. Individual and volunteer support at our schools is a key factor to student success as well. The district would like to thank the following for their energy and passion and support for our students. Mr. Michael Link, outstanding participant of our Reading Buddies program at Hamilton STEM. Thank you very much. Pastor Colleen Ogle, volunteer support at Hubbard Mastery School. Hi.
Pastor Ogle is one of the pastors at my church, so I wanted to acknowledge that and thank her for being here this evening.
Good plug, Gary. Thanks. Jeff and Cheryl Madsell, volunteer support at Leewood Elementary School. Thank you. And finally, Judy Schaefer, arts integration and long-standing support of music education through the Columbus Jazz Orchestra. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. At this point, I'll be turning it back over to Dr. Good. Thank you.
So as we bring tonight's recognition to a close, let's not forget about the wonderful accomplishments we've heard. We have incredibly talented and dedicated students and staff throughout the district, but even as importantly, they have family and friends. With the family and the friends of those being recognized this evening, please stand at this time. I think what's very encouraging is I saw a number of staff stand as well, meaning that they consider themselves part of your families and some of your friends, and that's certainly a sentiment the board and I share. We're thankful that someone took the time to nominate students, staff members, and community members. If you know of someone deserving of recognition, there are nomination forms available on the district's website, or you can call 365-5680, or you could talk to this gentleman down front, Todd Tooney, who's our Chief of External Affairs, and we want to make certain that Columbus Schools recognizes those that contribute to the everyday successes. And we thank you for joining us this evening. Don't choke, but do enjoy some of the refreshments in the back of the room and take some time to socialize, and please have a happy holiday. Thank you.